press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello students, welcome back. Today I would like to discuss about the properties of ammonia. Already in last class it was finished, that is preparation of ammonia, and before that preparation and properties of dinitrogen and general characteristics of 15th A group elements or P block elements already we finished in last classes. So after completion of that, next one is properties of ammonia. Already we know that ammonia molecular formula is NH3. NH3 is the molecular formula of ammonia. So here, very important concept for a competitive point of view, JEE or NEET. We expect one question from this chemical properties of ammonia. So practice that equations and improve your skills, improve your talent. So here, properties. Ammonia, molecular formula of ammonia is NH3. Already we know that central atom, nitrogen, sp3 hybridization. sp3 hybridization, the bond angle is 109 degrees 28 minutes and the shape of the molecule is tetrahedral, but due to the presence of one lone pair, it is pyramidal shape and 107 degrees bond angle. 3 bond pairs plus 1 lone pair. 3 bond pairs plus 1 lone pair takes place in ammonia molecule, and the shape of the molecule is pyramidal. Nitrogen atom can have 1 lone pair of electron. So this compound acts as Lewis base. So this is important point. Nitrogen can donate an electron pair. Nitrogen can donate an electron pair. So it is act as Lewis base. Clear? This is an example for electron rich species. These are electron rich species, means it is octet, but for with respect to the electrons, all electrons are not involving in the bond formation. 2 electrons are not involving in the bond formation. The 2 electrons are said to be lone pair of electron. Electron pair donor is called as base. Which base? Lewis base. And it is characteristic smell. Characteristic smell means pungent smell. It is pungent odor, very important, and already moreover the students, they know the smell of odor of ammonia gas or ammonium hydroxide, which can familiar in the laboratory. So the smell of ammonia is pungent smell, and it is colorless gas, lighter than air, and soluble in water. So these are the 4 properties which are belongs to ammonia. These are considered as physical properties. Ammonia gas is a colorless gas. Ammonia gas is soluble in water. Ammonia gas lighter than air, and ammonia gas a pungent characteristic smell. Characteristic smell means that is considered as pungent smell. And this ammonia, let us discuss about the chemical properties of ammonia. Very important chemical properties. So here This ammonia molecule dissolved in water. See this reaction. NH3 plus H2O. NH3 plus H2O dissolved in water. Ammonia gas dissolved in water. Then what we will get? NH4 plus OH minus. NH4 plus and OH minus. One proton donated by water molecule. It is proton donor. This is proton acceptor. Proton donor, proton acceptor according to Bronsted-Lowry acid-base theory. Proton donor is called as an acid. Proton acceptor is called as a base. Clear it is. So base 1, base 2, acid 1, acid 2. So here base 1 it is acid 1. So already we know in acids and bases conjugate acid base theory. So here on dissolving water, it produces OH minus ions. A substance which can produce OH minus ions in aqueous is called as base. Which base? Arrhenius base. So three types of statements are there regarding acids and bases: Arrhenius acid base theory, and Bronsted-Lowry acid base theory, and followed by Lewis acid base theory. So a substance which can donate OH minus ions in aqueous solution is called as base. So ammonia is weak base. When ammonia dissolved in water, then what will get? NH4 plus OH minus. We should write this NH4 plus OH minus is NH4OH. NH4OH is called as aqueous ammonia. Aqueous ammonia. So in examination point of view, if there was given aqueous ammonia means you should write the formula is NH4OH only. Aqueous ammonia. What is aqueous ammonia? Aqueous ammonia is equals to NH4OH only. Reacts with aqueous ammonia. What is aqueous ammonia? Aqueous ammonia is called as ammonium hydroxide. Aqueous ammonia is basic in nature. Aqueous ammonia is basic in nature. It turns red litmus into blue color and it generates OH minus ions in aqueous solution. So these are the properties of base. So aqueous ammonia is basic in nature. So first chemical property, that is when ammonia dissolved in water, it generates OH minus ions. Due to this evidence, it is a weak base, ammonium hydroxide. This ammonium hydroxide is called as aqueous ammonia. Aqueous ammonia is also known as ammonium hydroxide. Already we know one reaction. So first is a basic nature. This basic nature can be explained with respect to the reaction number 1 is NH3 plus H2O gives rise to NH4OH, or we should write it is NH4 plus OH minus. NH4 plus OH minus. And one more reaction also, once you observe this reaction, NH3 plus HCl. What is HCl? Acid. NH3 base. Acid plus base gives rise to salt plus water. What is salt? NH4Cl. NH4Cl, ammonium chloride. When ammonia reacts with hydrochloric acid, gives rise to ammonium chloride. Same reaction when ammonia reacts with sulfuric acid. What will be the compound is NH4 taken twice SO4. This is ammonium sulfate. Ammonia reacts with hydrochloric acid, ammonium chloride. Ammonia reacts with sulfuric acid, ammonium sulfate. Acid plus base gives rise to salt plus water. This reaction is called as neutralization reaction. So basic nature of ammonia. Basic nature of ammonia can be explained in the form of reaction with acids and reaction with water. When it dissolved in water, this particular ammonia produce which ions? OH minus ions. A substance which can produce OH minus ions in aqueous is called as a base. So ammonia is a weak base. When dissolved in water, it gives rise to aqueous ammonia. What is aqueous ammonia? Aqueous ammonia is NH4OH. NH4OH is called as aqueous ammonia. In examination point of view, this is very important. Make a note. In the examination point of view, they should give aqueous ammonia means you should write the formula NH4OH, not NH3. NH4OH, or instead of that NH3 plus H2O you should write. Clear it is. So these are the general information regarding basic nature of ammonia, and here some important reactions are there regarding this. So next one, reaction with metals. This is very important for competitive point. So very important for competition point of view, reaction with metals. So here this is important with metals. Properties of ammonia with metals. Different type of metals are there. Some metals we have to differentiate with respect to the reactivity. Suppose if you consider aluminum, iron, chromium, zinc. Make a special note regarding this. Very important reactions these are. What happens when ammonia reacts with aluminum, chromium, iron, zinc? This is type 1 metals. And second category is nickel, cadmium, copper, silver. Type 2. So if you are revising this unit, once you revise this unit, a special focus required for these reactions, because we expect question from this topic only. What happens when ammonia reacts with iron or chromium, zinc or aluminum, and nickel, cadmium, copper, silver? Nickel, cadmium belongs to same group. Copper, silver also belongs to same group. Copper, silver, gold, 1B group. Nickel, cadmium, mercury. This is also belongs to in D block elements. Clear it is. So copper, silver, nickel, cadmium, type 2 reactions, and aluminum, iron, chromium, zinc, type 1 reaction. Suppose if the compound was aluminum chloride is there. Aluminum chloride molecular formula AlCl3. Aluminum chloride AlCl3 reacts with aqueous ammonia. What is aqueous ammonia? What is aqueous ammonia? Aqueous ammonia is NH4OH. Aqueous ammonia is NH4OH. So remember, this is very important. What happens when aluminum chloride, aluminum salt is dissolved in ammonium hydroxide. Aluminum salt dissolved in ammonium hydroxide. Which ammonium hydroxide or aluminum salt dissolved in aqueous ammonia solution? What will be the answer? NH4Cl we will get. NH4Cl plus AlOH taken thrice. AlOH taken thrice. This is white PPT and NH4Cl. So see this reaction, very important reaction it is. So this metal is not soluble. What are the metals? Type 1 metals. These type 1 metals are formation of precipitations. What is the precipitation of aluminum hydroxide? Aluminum hydroxide precipitation is white color precipitation. White color precipitation we found in laboratory also. This test was there. Third group cation aluminum is third group cation. What is the precipitation color? White gelatinous precipitation we observed. Salt solution plus dilute HCl plus H2S plus ammonium hydroxide. Then we will get that white color precipitation. Clear it is. So aluminum salts dissolved in ammonium hydroxide. What will be the precipitation? White color precipitation. The white color precipitation formula AlOH taken thrice. Suppose instead of that we should take FeCl3 plus NH4OH. Silver salt, what about the iron salts? Iron salts are dissolved in ammonium hydroxide. Iron salts are dissolved in ammonium hydroxide. Then what we will get? Fe2O3.XH2O. This is a brown color precipitation plus NH4Cl. See this reaction. Fe2O3.XH2O, or instead of that you should write FeOH taken thrice. FeOH taken thrice. Ferric oxide plus water composition, ferric oxide gives rise to ferric hydroxide. What is the PPT color it is? Brown color PPT, very very important my dear students. Make a note regarding this, colors are very important. Iron salts are dissolved in ammonium hydroxide, brown PPT. What is brown PPT? FeOH taken thrice. What is white PPT? AlOH taken thrice. AlOH taken thrice, aluminum hydroxide. FeOH taken thrice are Fe2O3.XH2O, iron oxide which contains water molecules. Suppose the compound is CrCl3 is there, CrCl3, chromium 3 chloride, then dissolved in ammonium hydroxide. Very very important reaction this is. And what will be the answer means here we will get CrOH taken thrice. This is very very important color, green PPT. Chromium salts are dissolved in ammonium hydroxide, or chromium salts are dissolved in aqueous ammonia. Chromium salts dissolved in aqueous ammonia gives green color PPT, chromium hydroxide. Aluminum salts dissolved in aqueous ammonia, white color PPT. Iron salts are dissolved in ammonium hydroxide or aqueous ammonia, brown color PPT. Because of these metals, these metal ions, Al3 plus, Fe3 plus, Cr3 plus, or ZnSO4. ZnSO4 is called as zinc sulfate. In zinc sulfate, Zn2 plus NH4OH. ZnSO4 plus NH4OH. What we will get? ZnOH taken twice. So this is also said to be what PPT it is? White color PPT. So my dear students, very important concept this is. Give a special focus. These are the type 1 reactions. Type 1 reactions means metals are insoluble. Metals are insoluble in aqueous ammonia. Some metals are insoluble in aqueous ammonia. What are that metals? Simple, that is aluminum, iron, chromium, zinc. Aluminum, iron, chromium, zinc. These metals are insoluble in ammonia. Then they will form precipitations. Aluminum salts produce white precipitation. Iron salts, brown precipitation. Chromium salts, green color precipitation. Zinc salts, white color precipitation. Make a note, these colors are very very important, and give a focus regarding this CrCl3 and FeCl3, iron 3 chloride, ferric chloride dissolved in aqueous ammonia. What is aqueous ammonia? Aqueous ammonia is also known as ammonium hydroxide. Aqueous ammonia is also called as what? Ammonium hydroxide. So this is very very important reactions. So make a note, give a special focus on this, because we expect question from this corner for NEET or JEE. Main these two reactions are very very important. Brown PPT we found when ferrous salts, iron salts are dissolved in ammonia. Which type of ammonia? Aqueous ammonia. And green color PPT when chromium salts are dissolved in ammonium hydroxide or aqueous ammonia. So this is type 1 reactions, aluminum, iron, chromium, zinc. These metals are insoluble in aqueous ammonia. While coming to this part, nickel, cadmium, copper, silver. Nickel, cadmium, copper, silver, these metals also reacts with ammonia. These metals also reacts with ammonia means these are also ready to dissolve in aqueous ammonia. Then what we will get the compounds? These compounds are soluble. These compounds are soluble. They can form which compounds? Complex compounds. These elements, these metals, nickel, cadmium, copper, silver, nickel, cadmium, copper, silver are form which type of compounds? Complex compounds. Formation of complex compounds. When it is possible means we should take excess amount of aqueous ammonia. Excess, we require excess, here not excess. For this type of reactions we require excess amount of ammonia, aqueous ammonia solution. Then these metals are soluble in aqueous ammonia and they can form complex reactions. So these reactions are said to be type 2 reactions. So this total bus belongs to with metals, ammonia or aqueous ammonia. Aqueous ammonia is NH4OH reacts with metals. Which metals are dissolved or which metals are soluble, which metals are dissolved, which metals are not reacts with, which metals are formation of precipitation. What metals are formation of precipitation? So which metals form precipitation? Which metals form precipitation means aluminum, iron, chromium, zinc. Aluminum, iron, chromium, zinc are form precipitation. Nickel, cadmium, copper, silver. You have to remember, this is very, very important. How to remember out of these 8 elements means first B group elements copper, silver. Copper, silver is formation of color, characteristic color we will get. And nickel, cadmium belongs to same group. Copper, silver belongs to same group. And nickel and copper are adjacent. Nickel is 28 atomic number. Copper is 29. After copper, silver. Here what it is? Cadmium. Copper, silver, nickel, cadmium. You have to imagine like this. You have to make a different, make a note regarding to revise these elements. So followed by nickel, cadmium, copper, silver. So once again, type 1. These metals are insoluble. These metal salts. The metal salts aluminum, iron, chromium, zinc insoluble in aqueous ammonia. They can form precipitations. White color precipitation, aluminum salts. Brown color precipitation, iron salts. Green color precipitation, chromium salts. Again white color precipitation, zinc salts. According to the precipitation only we have to differentiate which cations are present in the given salt. So here after this, next coming to right side equations, type 2 reactions, nickel, cadmium and copper, silver. So here type 2 reaction, see this CuSO4. CuSO4 is called as copper sulfate, copper 2 sulfate, CuSO4 plus NH4OH. So you should take excess. CuSO4 plus NH4OH. Then what will be the reaction? Actually first step what we will get? Ammonium sulfate we will get, followed by copper hydroxide. But excess of ammonia means excess of aqueous ammonia. Excess of aqueous ammonia reacts with copper sulfate. So here once you observe these type 2 reactions are soluble and they can form complex compounds. So what will be the answer is Cu NH3 taken for 2 plus. This is very important reaction. It is the color of the compound is, the color of the complex is deep blue color, deep blue. So here this is a representation of complex compound. Complex compound can be represented in the square brackets like this. Actually the total reaction we should write removal of this plus 2 and addition of SO4 here, or we should write like this, or same product Cu NH3 taken for SO4. Then what will be the compound it is? Once you observe this compound, copper sulfate dissolved in aqueous ammonia. So remember my dear students, it is aqueous ammonia. Aqueous ammonia is also called as NH4OH. Aqueous ammonia is also called as NH4OH. So what will be the compound? The compound is deep blue color we will get, deep blue. Deep blue means we will get the one complex compound. This complex compound tetraamine copper 2 ion it is. Tetraamine copper 2 ion, or we should write tetraamine copper 2 sulfate. Tetraamine copper 2 sulfate is called as a complex compound. So it is appearing in which color? Deep blue color. This information will be there in the laboratory. Identification of cations and identification of anions from a given salt. While doing a systematical procedure, then you will get idea about this. So it is test for ammonia, this reaction. Deep blue color we will get. Deep blue color, this compound is called as a complex compound. So the name is tetraamine copper 2 ion. Tetraamine copper 2 ion, or this compound is called as tetraamine copper 2 sulfate because SO4 is called as sulfate. So this reaction is very important reaction. When copper sulfate, what will be the oxidation number of copper in this example? 2. Here also what will be the oxidation number of the copper? 2, Cu2 plus. Because of this 2 plus is a charge of copper. Here Cu 2 plus is a charge. So make a note, this reaction was a very important for entrance point of view. Make a special note or board examination also. It is most powerful important reaction. The color of the solution is deep blue color. So copper salts. Copper salts are soluble in aqueous ammonia to produce what color? Deep blue color. While going to the silver salt. Silver salt example AgCl you will take. AgCl is called as silver chloride. AgCl is called as silver chloride. Is dissolved in NH4OH. Is dissolved in NH4OH. Then what complex we expect? The complex we expect here AgNH3 taken twice Cl. AgNH3 taken twice Cl. Or we should write this compound is AgNH3 taken twice plus. So it is also complex compound. So this is white color. White color we will get silver salts. Silver chloride. Silver chloride is dissolved in aqueous ammonia. What is aqueous ammonia? Ammonium hydroxide. So this compound is called as, here see this reaction, tetramine, tetramine copper 2 ion. See this reaction, see this compound name, 4 number tetra NH3 amine, 4 is tetra NH3 amine, tetramine. So the element is copper and what is charge? 2 charge ion. Or on other hand, tetramine copper, there is no charge. How we have to find the charge means, we are finding charge with respect to sulfate. Already we know sulfate is -2 charge, that -2 charge neutralized by +2. So this reaction tetramine copper 2 sulfate, we should give the naming of this compound. You can get a complete idea about this in complex compounds. Coordination compounds, one unit will be there. On that unit you will get a complete IUPAC naming of complex compounds. So here like that, here also see this, here 2 will be there. 2 means diamine, 2 diamine. What it is? Ag. Ag is called as silver. Ag is called as silver. So coming to this one, diamine silver plus means +1 ion. Already what will be the Latin name of silver? Silver Latin name is Cu is cuprum, Ag is argentinum, Au is aurum. Clear it is. Ag is argentinum, Au is aurum. So because of some other species takes place, then we should write argentite, aurate, cuprate. This will be in complex compounds, IUPAC naming of the different type of complex compounds. We will discuss it there. So here, what will be the compound name? This compound diamine silver 1 chloride. Diamine silver 1 chloride. Why it was 1 chloride? Chlorine valency 1. Chlorine valency 1. Due to that, here we should write +1 only. So what is the complex compound hybridization? This 2. The 2 number stands for sp hybridization. This 2 number stands for sp hybridization. Here sp3 hybridization. So here some complications are there. Some complications means some exceptions are there regarding hybridization of the complex compounds. So no need to discuss in this class. It is later in complex compounds we will discuss about this. So here 4 stands for sp3, 2 stands for sp. 2 means one is s orbital, one is p orbital sp. 4 stands for one is s orbital, remaining 3 are the p orbitals. So it is white color. We will get this compound is diamine silver 1 ion. Diamine silver 1 ion or diamine silver 1 chloride. Diamine silver 1 ion or diamine silver 1 chloride. Similarly, same reactions takes place with respect to nickel and cadmium. Nickel and cadmium, if you consider cadmium Cd plus 2 ions and combine with NH4OH, gives rise to the compound is CdNH3 taken 4 2 plus. What is CdNH3 taken 4 2 plus? Tetramine cadmium 2 ion. Tetramine cadmium 2 ion. See this, tetramine cadmium 2 ion. So like this, here what will get? 4 number coordination number. This number is called as coordination number 4. In this case also 4, but exception is silver. Silver only will get 2 number it is. 2 means sp hybridization. Remaining all are the tetrahedral, square planar according to the complex compound central atom capacity. So some exceptions was there. According to that exceptions, we have to decide the hybridization of this particular complex compound. So here, these are the reactions very important for competitive. So remember, while going to this left side, what are the left side elements? Aluminium, iron, chromium, zinc. Aluminium, iron, chromium, zinc. Aluminium salts are insoluble, white precipitation. Iron salts also insoluble, brown precipitation. Chromium salts are insoluble, green precipitation. And zinc salts are also insoluble, that is white precipitation. So these metals are insoluble in aqueous ammonium solution. While coming to the right side category, nickel, cadmium, copper, silver are soluble in aqueous ammonia solution. For solubility we require excess of ammonia. With the copper salts we will get the compound is deep blue color. Deep blue color compound is a complex compound. It is a tetramine copper 2 sulfate or tetramine copper 2 ion. Tetramine copper 2 ion or tetramine copper 2 sulfate. While coming to the silver, diamine. Silver only diamine, remaining we said to be tetramines only. So make a special note regarding these reactions because of for entrance point of view, they preferred this type of questions. What happens when, what color precipitation we found when chromium salts are dissolved in aqueous ammonia? Means what will be the answer? The answer is green color precipitation. Chromium gives rise to green color precipitation. Zinc, white color precipitation. Aluminium, white color precipitation. Iron, brown color precipitation. While coming to the copper, deep blue color. Silver, white color. So you have to revise these reactions. These are very important for a competitive point of view. Don't neglect, practice, then you will get the idea about this. Practice only the perfect solution for your bright future. Clear it is. After that, next some more reactions are there. Some additional reactions which are used for NEET and JEE. So don't skip that reactions. Practice whatever the reactions are there in NCERT. For JEE point of view, beyond NCERT also we expect. For NEET point of view, 99% they prefer NCERT, but we require sufficient knowledge regarding that particular topic. Then we can ready to face any type of questions. So property number 1, basic character. Ammonia is a weak base. Aqueous ammonia is a weak base, and dissolved in water it produces OH minus ions. And that ammonia reacts with acids to form salts. Examples HCl plus ammonia gives rise to NH4Cl, and sulfuric acid plus NH3 gives rise to NH4 taken twice SO4. And this ammonia reacts with the metals. Some metals are insoluble precipitations, some metals are soluble colored. On that soluble colored, make a note, copper, silver very important. Insoluble, iron, chromium colors are very important. Chromium green color precipitation, iron brown color precipitation, copper deep blue color, silver white color. And silver is di means sp hybridization complex compound. Silver coordination number 2, while going to the copper, nickel, cadmium, the coordination number is 4. So make a special note, this was very important for NEET and JEE. So don't neglect and practice, then you will get idea. After completion of this, you should go through that NCERT, then definitely you will get idea about this. Clear it is. So after this, some more reactions are there. So Already one more important reaction was there. This is a previous entrance point of view question, and detection of ammonia in lab. The simple test was there, salt solution, and add 2 or 3 drops of Nessler's reagent. Then we will get brown color precipitation. Brown color precipitation we will get. That precipitation inform to us conformation of ammonium ion. Conformation of which ion it is? Ammonium ion. So what is Nessler's reagent? Nessler's reagent is one of the example of complex compound. The formula of Nessler's reagent is K2HgI4. K2HgI4. Alkaline Nessler's reagent is reacts with ammonia. Then we will get the compound is one precipitation we will get. That precipitation is appearing in as brown color precipitation. This was previous JEE entrance point of view question. The what product obtained when Nessler's reagent is treated with ammonia. So here K2HgI4 is called as Nessler's reagent. So my dear students, make a note, this is very important in laboratory. Nessler's reagent. K2HgI4, Nessler's reagent, potassium tetrahydroargentate it is, potassium tetrahydroargentate 2 it is. Actually this is one of the example of complex compound. So here alkaline means we consider it is potassium hydroxide. So few amount of given ammonium salt was transferred into one test tube salt solution, and we should add 2 to 3 drops of Nessler's reagent. Nessler's reagent molecular formula is K2HgI4, and here we should consider KOH. KOH is considered alkaline solution it is. Then we will get the compound is brown PPT. The compound formula of brown PPT is NH2HgOHgI. Very important. This was a previous entrance point of view examination question. It is NH2HgOHgI. NH2HgOHgI is the formula of brown color precipitation. The brown color precipitation is NH2HgOHgI we will get, and this reaction, this is a base we consider, Millian's base it is. So iodide of Millian's base. So here you should, for it is only for JEE NEET, JEE point of view question it is. So give a special concentration to this reaction. What will be the formula of the precipitation when ammonium salts are reacts with Nessler's reagent? What is Nessler's reagent? K2HgI4 is called as Nessler's reagent and treated with ammonia with alkaline solution. Then the compound is NH2HgOHgI. NH2HgOHgI. This is appearing in which color it is? Brown color precipitation. And here, so here this is iodide of Millian's base. It is called as iodide of Millian's base. So you should practice. There is no particular technique to find revise this reaction. Then once you practice, NH2HgOHgI is called as iodide of Millian's base, which is appearing in as which color it is? Brown color precipitation. So this is a confirmatory test for ammonium salts. And previous one more test I said, that is copper salts. Copper salts are dissolved in aqueous ammonia, gives rise to deep blue color. and ammonium salts are reacts with Nessler's reagent, alkaline Nessler's reagent gives rise to iodide of Millian's base, which is brown color precipitation. So these are the confirmatory tests for ammonia. Clear it is. So make a note, this reaction was important because it was a previous entrance question it is. So the formula of iodide of Millian's base. The formula of iodide of Millian's base are brown precipitation NH2HGO HGI. And next one is some additional reactions are there. So what are the additional reactions means just you can revise these reactions. Suppose oxidation of ammonia. Oxidation of ammonia. See here, two types of oxidation reactions are there. Two types of oxidation reactions means oxidation, controlled oxidation. Controlled means if reaction takes place in the presence of the catalyst, platinum or rhodium. Platinum or rhodium catalyst, the temperature we required 500 Kelvin temperature, 9 bar pressure. This will be this reaction takes place in the presence of some catalyst. So total ammonia is not involving in combustion. It is also called as combustion. Generally, what will be the combustion? Complete combustion. Complete combustion of ammonia liberate N2 plus H2O. Complete combustion. But this is not complete combustion. This is partial combustion. Partial combustion because of it the reaction takes place in the presence of platinum and rhodium. Platinum and rhodium act as a catalyst. Platinum and rhodium act as a catalyst. This reaction required 500 Kelvin temperature, 9 bar pressure. So some conditions we required. So this type of combustion is called as insufficient, not complete. Not complete. If complete combustion means see this NH3 plus O2. NH3 plus O2 gives N2 plus H2O. N2 plus H2O, this is said to be complete combustion. This is said to be what? Complete combustion. Complete combustion means liberation of nitrogen gas and formation of water molecules we will get. So this reaction is complete combustion it is. Complete combustion because of there is no restrictions. Restrictions was not there. See this reaction on the gives, below the gives, above the gives, nothing will be there. Here, so complete combustion of ammonia gas in the presence of oxygen liberate what gas? Nitrogen gas and formation of water molecule. This is simple reaction. Suppose here restrictions. What are the restrictions? If the reaction takes place in the presence of platinum or rhodium, and these reactions require some conditions. Weak conditions are temperature condition, pressure condition. Then what we will get the compound? This reaction was very, very important. It is partial combustion, incomplete combustion was not successful because of reaction takes place in the presence of some catalysts. Then what will be the answer? Means the answer is NO plus H2O. So NO is called as nitric oxide. Very, very important, my dear students. Make a note, this is very, very important principal key step in the preparation of nitric acid. After completion of this, next topic is nitric acid is preparation and properties of nitric acid, molecular formula HNO3, and one named reaction is named process is there, that is Ostwald process. How to manufacture nitric acid from Ostwald process. This was one of the important step. Oxidation of ammonia. Oxidation of ammonia takes place in the presence of platinum and rhodium. Temperature 500, pressure 9 bar. Then oxidation of ammonia liberate what oxide it is? Nitric oxide gas. Nitric oxide gas. This nitric oxide is a neutral oxide. This was a neutral oxide, and it is an example for paramagnetic substance. It is NO 7 plus 8 15. According to the molecular orbital energy level diagrams, we will decided that it is which substance it is? Paramagnetic substance. And this is neutral oxide, and it is colorless oxide. Colorless oxide, not acid. Nitric oxide molecular formula is NO. Very, very, very important. This reaction, oxidation of ammonia. Oxidation takes place in the presence of platinum rhodium. Oxidation, directly oxidation it is. Directly oxidation is nothing but complete combustion. liberate which gas it is? Dinitrogen gas. In this reaction it liberate dinitrogen gas. On oxidation with platinum rhodium we will get nitric oxide. Suppose the reaction was there like this, NH3 plus NaOCl. NaOCl is called as sodium hypochlorite. Remember this formula, very very important. Sodium hypochlorite, not chloride, it is sodium hypochlorite, NaOCl. So this information regarding this NaOCl we will discuss in 17th group elements. 17th group elements, chlorine form some oxy acids. On that oxy acids we will get hypochlorite ion, hypochlorite. So it is sodium hypochlorite combined with NH3. Ammonia reacts with sodium hypochlorite. Then what will be the compound we expect from this? Simple here, you should remove NaCl and remove this oxygen plus 2 hydrogens. 2 hydrogens plus 1 oxygen gives water molecule and formation of NaCl and production of NH2. So see, this NH2 is called as hydrazine. So these reactions are additional reactions. Just you make a note, my dear students, because of for competitive we expect like this type of questions. So ammonia reacts with sodium hypochlorite. Ammonia reacts with sodium hypochlorite, produce what gas? What compound it is? Hydrazine. Molecular formula of hydrazine, NH2 is hydrazine. Simple here, NaOCl, this oxygen required 2 hydrogens from this, eliminate water and remaining product NaCl and formation of NH2 is called as hydrazine. Similarly, some more reactions also there. Ammonia reacts with bleaching powder, ammonia reacts with copper 2 oxide, ammonia reacts with carbon dioxide, ammonia reacts with iodine. Some additional reactions also there. These are for knowledge purpose, you can improve your skills. That purpose only we required, because of if we know the complete information about this particular topic, then we can face any type of question from the particular region it is. Clear it is, sir. So that's why you have to fulfill your duties and read thoroughly the content, then only you will get the clear idea about this. They will ask whatever the question from the selected topic, what we prefer, what we revised, the selected topic, which topic we revised, they should ask any question from that, then we have to ready to face. That type of knowledge is required. So on the basis only you should start preparation, then definitely you will get a good rank in first attempt only. In first attempt only you will get a good rank while doing like this type of preparations. Like this type of preparation if you are doing, then definitely you will get a good rank and definitely you become a medicon. It is clear. So don't underestimate your caliber and be positive. Clear. Put your efforts, put your energy in a systematical pattern, systematical manner it is. Then only you will get a bright future. So don't miss the chance. You have to prove yourself and read the concept and practice the bits. So here concentrate, these two reactions are very important. It is 4NH3 plus 5O2 gives rise to 4NO plus 6H2O, formation of nitric oxide. Once you discuss this nitric oxide is a neutral oxide. Nitric oxide is an example for paramagnetic substance, and nitric oxide is a colorless gas. It is all oxides, all nitrogen oxides are gaseous except one, that is N2O3 is there, that is blue color solid. We will discuss after completion of this oxides of nitrogen. One topic is there, simple topic. So here while coming to this is very important, sodium hypochlorite. Sodium hypochlorite is reacts with ammonia to produce what the compound is? Hydrazine. What is the molecular formula of hydrazine? Is NH2. NH2 is called as hydrazine. So these are the not balanced reactions, but you have to balance them. Clear. So and when ammonia is treated with alkaline Nessler's reagent, we will get iodide of Millian's base. Iodide of Millian's base molecular formula NH2HGO HGI, that is called as iodide of Millian's base. So this is the confirmatory test for ammonium salt. When ammonium salts are dissolved in copper salts are dissolved in ammonium hydroxide gives rise to deep blue color. Deep blue color complex compound name is tetramine copper 2 sulfate. Tetramine copper 2 sulfate. So that type of reactions you should revise, then you will get idea about the content. Clear it is, because of many reactions are there in groups. So how to revise the group, how to revise that reactions, how we have to put efforts to balancing the reactions, it will be a little bit difficult. After completion of these groups, I will give one simple conclusion regarding some tricks will be there. To follow the tricks, then you will get the idea which compounds are reacts, then what will be the product. Clear it is. So after this, some more reactions are there. Suppose this is CaOCl2. CaOCl2 is called as a bleaching powder, CuO, copper 2 oxide, then ammonia reacts with CaOCl2 or CuO, then what will be the compound? Here we will get CaCl2 plus H2O plus N2, liberate dinitrogen gas. Here also we will get Cu plus H2O plus N2. Here also liberate dinitrogen gas. So copper 2 oxide and bleaching powder. Copper 2 oxide bleaching powder reacts with ammonia, liberate which gases? Dinitrogen gas. Dinitrogen gas was liberated from this reaction. Suppose iodine is there. Ammonia reacts with iodine. Ammonia reacts with iodine, we will get one complex compound, that is NH3Ni3. NH3Ni3. NH3Ni3 is called as nitrogen triiodide ammonate. Nitrogen triiodide ammonate. Nitrogen triiodide ammonate. On heating of this nitrogen triiodide ammonate, on heating of this nitrogen triiodide ammonate, from this what we will get? HI we will get, hydroiodic acid. I2 we will get. What is I2? I2 is iodine, and formation of the compound is NH4I. NH4I is called as ammonium iodide, and HI and I2 we will get. So here these reactions are additional reactions. Additional reactions, those who are preparing, especially JEE students. JEE students, you require like this type of reactions. Ammonia reacts with bleaching powder. Ammonia reacts with copper 2 oxide. Ammonia reacts with iodine, and the compound is nitrogen triiodide ammonate. On heating, it liberates ammonium iodide plus HI plus I2, and ammonia is treated with carbon dioxide. Ammonia is treated with carbon dioxide, then the compound is NH2 COONH4. So this is a ammonium carbamate. Ammonium carbamate. This ammonium carbamate on heating will get the compound is NH2CONH2. What is NH2CONH2 is called as urea, we know that. So it is ammonium carbamate. So here on this ammonium carbamate on heating gives rise to NH2CONH2 plus the formation of water. So it is a urea solution, we will get urea. Is a aqueous solution of urea is neutral, it is neutral solution it is. So this type of reactions are especially for JEE point of view, because of we expect questions beyond NCERT also. So ammonia treated with bleaching powder, calcium oxy, calcium chlorohypochlorite, bleaching powder EPAC name calcium chlorohypochlorite. So bleaching powder plus ammonia liberate which gas? Nitrogen gas. Copper 2 oxide also nitrogen gas, and ammonia reacts with iodine, we will get nitrogen triiodide ammonate. On heating, ammonium iodide, and ammonia reacts with the carbon dioxide, the compound is ammonium carbamate. This reaction takes place in the temperature 425 to 475 Kelvin temperature we required. Then on heating this one, we will get urea and water. So and we know one more reaction, H2O plus H2O gives rise to what? H2O plus H2O gives rise to H3O plus OH minus we will get. Self-ionization it is called. Self-ionization H3O plus OH minus. So like that here also one more reaction we should write NH3 plus NH3. NH3 plus NH3 gives rise to also NH4 plus NH2 minus. This reaction is a self-ionization it is. Self-ionization takes place in ammonia molecule. Due to that this ammonia is used as solvent. So remember this reaction, ammonia molecule, ammonia is used as solvent. Why it is used as solvent? Because it is undergoes self-ionization. How water molecule undergoes self-ionization, same technique it is also applied. NH3 plus NH3 gives rise to NH4 plus NH2 minus, this reaction self-ionization. So moreover the importance of this very important, copper reactions, silver reactions and iron reactions, chromium reactions. Very important, give a special focus on that for competitive point of view, copper, silver, iron, chromium and Nessler's reagent. One more reaction is that 5 reactions you should give very important, and oxidation of ammonia in the presence of platinum rhodium. Oxidation of ammonia in the presence of platinum rhodium liberate nitric oxide, that is also very important reaction. So concentrate that reactions for a competitive point of view, and this ammonia is used to the preparation of nitric acid, and mainly ammonia is used to the manufacturing of fertilizers, and liquid ammonia used as a refrigerant, and for detection of ammonia in the laboratory different type of tests will be there, already we discussed in the form of colors. So this was about ammonia, and in this ammonia nitrogen undergoes sp3 hybridization, bond angle 107 degrees and 3 bond pairs, 1 lone pair. Instead of tetrahedral, the shape of the geometry is the pyramidal shape. And dehydrating means removal of water from ammonia gas, not in use sulfuric acid, not in use calcium chloride, we can use CaO, quicklime. Quicklime can be used to eliminate the water molecules from dehydrating. So this will be the preparation and properties of ammonia. After this next one is nitric acid is Nitric acid is very important point, important topic regarding entrance point of view. So we know that nitric acid is a strong acid because of it dissolved in water produce hydronium ions H3O plus and nitrate ions NO3 minus. So here we will discuss that only the preparation today, only preparation. After this preparation, tomorrow next class we will discuss about the properties of nitric acid. So nitric acid, oxides of nitrogen and information about phosphorus, that will be the remaining in 15th group elements. After that 16th, 17th, 18th also there. So groups means we required patience. It is a patience factor topic. You have to focus on the theory, practice that equations, then you will get. Otherwise the student said that sorry it's boring, how to revise that equations, how to balance that equations, means that's why we require patience. Here it is. So next one is nitric acid. Molecular formula is HNO3. Laboratory preparation, simple here, NaNO3 or KNO3 treated with sulfuric acid. KNO3 or NaNO3. KNO3 means potassium nitrate, nitrate salts. These are called as nitrate salts. Potassium nitrate or sodium nitrate salts are treated with sulfuric acid. Then the compound will get NaHSO4 and we will get the compound is HNO3, nitric acid HNO3, 1H NO3, remaining is NaHSO3, sodium hydrogen sulfate. This preparation we found in the laboratory. So nitric acid is prepared by this method, and in this method we will get a nitric acid it is. So dehydrating means removal of moisture. removal of moisture from this gas means we required P4O10. P4O10 is act as what it is? Dehydrating agent. In the laboratory method, we can use P4O10 is dehydrating agent. So what will be the compounds means one is salts of nitrates, sodium nitrate or potassium nitrate, which is treated with concentrated sulfuric acid, then sodium hydrogen sulfate and formation of nitric acid. So this is simple preparation which can use in the laboratory. And this point you keep in your mind, this point very important, dehydrating. How to removal of moisture means passing P4O10. P4O10 is called as phosphorus pentoxide. Phosphorus pentoxide is act as a dehydrating agent. While coming to the second one is very important, make a note, that is second reaction. And here condition will be there for this 425 to 475 Kelvin temperature be required, and make a note this is, and second reaction was very important, and for board examination we expect one 3-mark question from 15th group, that is preparation of nitric acid, that is Ostwald process. Very important, my dear students. NCERT you should give a special focus on this Ostwald process. Ostwald process is a manufacture of nitric acid on large scale. In laboratory, we discussed the first method. In large scale, manufacturing of nitric acid by using Ostwald process. Simple reaction it is. So here, oxidation of ammonia, 4NH3 plus 5O2, reaction takes place in the presence of platinum rhodium, 500 Kelvin temperature, 9 bar pressure, then we will get 4NO plus 6H2O. This compound already we discussed in previous, nitric oxide. So it is oxidation of ammonia. Oxidation of ammonia takes place in the presence of platinum rhodium, temperature 500 kelvins and 9 bar pressure. Then we will get nitric oxide. Nitric oxide molecular formula NO. It is step 1. And step 2, NO oxidation, combustion. NO oxidation, it gives rise to NO2. NO2 is called as nitrogen dioxide. Nitrogen dioxide. 2NO plus O2 gives rise to 2NO2 nitrogen dioxide, and this nitrogen dioxide dissolved in water. This nitrogen dioxide dissolved in water, then we will get the compound is HNO3 plus NO. Again NO we will get. NO means nitric oxide. HNO3 plus NO. So here this was very important reaction. NO2 plus H2O. Nitrogen dioxide dissolved in water, we will get HNO3 plus NO. Again this recyclic NO again oxidizes to NO2. NO2 dissolved in water gives rise to HNO3 plus NO. Or on other hand, we should write this equation like this: 4NO2 plus H2O plus O2. 4NO2 plus H2O plus O2 gives rise to 4HNO3. By eliminating NO, we should pass oxygen. And dissolve this nitrogen dioxide gas is dissolved in water in the presence of excess of oxygen. Then directly we will get nitric acid. So here this was at step 3. NO2 plus H2O gives rise to HNO3 plus NO, and 3 to the 3 NO, 2 to the 6 plus 1 7, 2. See this reaction. 3NO2 plus H2O gives rise to 2HNO3 plus NO, or we should write 4NO2 plus H2O plus O2 gives rise to 4HNO3. So these 3 reactions are very important for board examination point of view. You should revise this reaction. Simple equations these are: oxidation of ammonia, NH3 plus O2 gives rise to NO plus H2O, NO plus O2 gives rise to NO2, NO2 plus H2O gives rise to HNO3 plus NO, HNO3 plus NO, or NO2 plus H2O plus O2 gives rise to HNO3 only. NO2 plus H2O plus O2 gives rise to HNO3. These are the systematical steps we observed in Ostwald process. Manufacture of ammonia on large scale. By this process, nitric acid was concentrated by up to 68% only, and to increase the concentration, what is that, how to remove the moisture from this means removal of moisture with respect to what gas, what compound it is. Concentrated sulfuric acid is act as a dehydrating agent here. Dehydrating agent is concentrated sulfuric acid, and 68% of nitric acid we will get, and the 68% nitric acid plus 68% nitric acid plus 32% water. 68% nitric acid plus 32% water is called as azeotropic mixture. Azeotrope, already you know in solutions. What is azeotrope? Azeotrope means constant boiling point temperature, constant boiling point mixtures. Constant boiling point mixtures are called as azeotropes. So 68% nitric acid and 32% water molecule, 32% water is said to be azeotrope, maximum boiling azeotrope it is. And dehydrating agent in this example is concentrated H2SO4. In laboratory dehydrating agent we can use the P4O10 phosphorus pentoxide, and the concentration of nitric acid in this reaction is 68%. So under distillation we will get concentration will be increases. So this will be the process regarding nitric acid, molecular formula HNO3. Two methods will be there, one is a laboratory method and second one is the Ostwald process. Ostwald is very important for board examination. So revise these three reactions. You should write your own words. Oxidation of ammonia, first step 1, oxidation of ammonia. This reaction takes place in the presence of platinum rhodium catalyst, 500 Kelvin temperature, 9 bar pressure. Ammonia oxidized to nitrogen dioxide, nitric oxide. Nitric oxide further oxidized to nitrogen dioxide. Nitrogen dioxide dissolved in water to produce HNO3 along with NO. And in this process, the concentration of nitric acid is 68%. Removal of moisture by using concentrated H2SO4 is act as dehydrating agent. On the other hand, we should write 4NO2 plus H2O gives rise to 4HNO3. Reaction takes place excess of oxygen. And in this reaction 68% HNO3, remaining 32% water is said to be azeotrope. This azeotrope is called as a maximum boiling azeotrope. Clear it is. So practice. Next session or next class we will discuss the properties of nitric acid, and stay with us, stay safe, stay home, and be confident. Have a nice day. Thank you.